Miss Mimi Productions started when, well, it didn't, it started at the beginning of 2011, but we actually began in October of 2010 with Shades of Amber. And that started because I wrote a short story and I liked it so much I turned it into a screenplay because the media club wasn't producing any films and I really wanted something we could produce. And so we worked on that, rounded up actors from around campus, had some casting calls, and then we ended up casting this girl, Shanika Fennell, who played Jade, and then she ended up finding the guy. So that's how they got together. And then we used Elizabeth, and I met her at the aquarium. And so she volunteered, and I worked there. And then that kind of started. And then we picked up again in spring of 2011 with A Touch of Sapphire, because by that time I had decided I wanted to do a book based off each screenplay. And so I've got a whole series of 7 books lined up, and it's called the Disenchanted series, and each title has a jewel in it. This is the necklace for Ruby Roulette. That's the film we're working on now. And there are 7 films. We're on the 4th film. It basically is about, the love that you find. You meet this person, you think things are going to work out, and then you realize it's disenchanted. They're not who you thought they were. In Shades of Amber, the guy disappears, and then he comes back, and the girl doesn't want to be with him. Then in A Touch of Sapphire, the guy's lying to the girl, so she finds out, she breaks up with him. But these guys still really love these girls, and that's what makes it different from most of the things out there. You don't see the guy's point of view, and you don't know what drives them to be this way. But in the books, it's different because they're supernatural. There's paranormal elements. But in the films, it's different because the people are human. They've just got those human vices that everyone else has.
Okay. Cool.
What got you started in these? Where did your initial ideas come from?
Well, like I said, Shades of Amber kind of started with the short story, but I've been writing since I was a kid, like 1st grade. I think the first real story I wrote was with a library and a ghost. And, Shades of Amber has a library and a ghost in it, and that was the first book I got published. So it's just really nice how everything comes full circle.
Okay.
One of the things that I think is unique with your productions is that you're doing the films first, and then you're writing the book based on the film instead of the other way around. So does that mean you're taking a film idea and having to be a lot more creative in the writing process, or does that just flow?
Well, it's actually easier to do it the way that we do, because in the film I'm constricted. I have to write it what we can do for it. What can we do? Is this easier? But then I take it again, and actually I copy and pasted Shades of Amber's screenplay and then just filled in everything I wanted, and changed things to make it more, fictitious in the book. And so that's the really nice liberal part. The book is anything you want it to be. Your cast and crew, you can have bigger cast and crew, you can have more people. They can do extra things, be paranormal. So that's the nice thing.
Very cool. What about the dream of, I know you said you started out really young writing. The dream side, what were your dreams and your aspirations to, the film industry or to media? What got you going?
Well, I always wanted to be a best-selling author. And then as the years progressed, and I wasn't even writing that much, but I have lots of things I started. And then it's like, oh, well, it'll be really hard, for you to get published.
Right.
So then I gave up. And then I met Jarrell Woods, and he's like, well, here's a website. You can get published this way. And I looked on the website. I was like, oh, my gosh, it's so easy. And so here I am 3 books later, and I owe it to Jarrell because he showed me that you can self-publish and you can make a big difference.